गुरुचरणा पद्मा केवल बाकाति सद्मा बंधु मोहि सावधाना माते बंधु मोहि सावधाना माते यहर प्रसादे बाय ए भव तोरी आजा कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होइते कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होइते गुरुमुखा पद्मावक्या जीतते कोरिया क्या आरना कोरी हो माने आशा आरना कोरी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसादे पूर्णे सर्वा आशा ये प्रसादे पूर्णे सर्वा माशा चक्कुदान दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्कुदान दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होइते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय हर चरितो वेद गाय हर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनारा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनारा बंधु लोकेना लोकेर जीवाना लोकेना लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु को रादोया देहो मोरे पादचाया हा हा प्रभु कोरा दोया देहो मोरे पादचाया एबे आज घोषुक त्रिभुवना एबे आज घोषुक त्रिभुवना हा हा प्रभु कोरा दोया देहो मोरे पादचाया हा हा प्रभु कोरा दोया देहो मोरे पादचाया एबे आज घोषुक त्रिभुवना एबे आज घोषुक त्रिभुवना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
हरे कृष्ण
नेताय गोरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नेता गोर हरि बोल नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने Everybody please clap your hands. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare everybody Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Gaura 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 Hare Gaura 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 Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Patita Pavana Gaura Hare Patita Pavana Gaura Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Medium bigger. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody please clap your hands. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हे गोविंदा, हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल. हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल. हे गोविंदा, हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल. दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु, दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु, दीन दयाल. दीन दयाल प्रभु, दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु, दीन दयाल. दीन दयाल प्रभु, दीन श्याम सुंदर कन्हैयालाल गिरिवरधारी नंद दुलार गिरिवरधारी नंद दुलार श्याम सुंदर कन्हैयालाल गिरिवरधारी नंद दुलार नंद दुलार नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Allah Prabhu 7 minutes Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Everybody Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Radha Radhanat Radha Radhanat Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanat Radha Radhanat Radhe Radhanat Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanat Radha Radhanat Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gora Hari Jaya Gora Hare Gora Hari Jaya Gora Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Everybody please put your hands in the air. Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gora Haribol, 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 Nitai Gora Haribol.
Jayam Vishnupad Parhamsa Pravijikacharya Sadasri. The Divine Grace Abhay Charanara Vrinda Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON Samstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. VVD Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Parhamsa Pravijikacharya Sadasri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Mat Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Shri Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giriraj Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki the Lordship Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Ki, the Lordship Shri Nidai Gaur Sundar Ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Nidai Go Pramanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna to one and all. A very warm welcome to today's Sunday Love Feast program and a very big thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday morning. We have a very special program lined up and a very special part or segment of our program is Pushpa Puja that we will be offering in honor of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur. It is my privilege and my honor of introducing our speaker for today. Prabhu is the temple president of the new Jagannath Puri temple in Phoenix. He is a disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charuswami. He has served over 30 years in ISKCON. He has served under many different roles and offered many different services to ISKCON. He is also a member and the regional secretary of the South African National Council for ISKCON. He has assisted and been very instrumental in many festivals and programs and functions that ISKCON hosts. And one of the festivals that he's very, very known for in assisting and being instrumental in is our annual Rath Yatra. So he's very helpful, offering all kinds of services, offering all his time at Rath Yatras that we have every year. Many of y'all may know who I'm speaking about. Yes, none other than His Grace Prabhanu Das. Prabhu's class for today is on the glories of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur. So a humble request to please switch off cell phones or turn them to silent mode. And another round of applause for Prabhu.
This is embarrassing. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me clearly? I got cut out. I have cut out. So which will be easier to do, to chant Hare Krishna or to sing Jai Radha Madhava? How many of you know the song Jai Radha Madhava? So few. So maybe we'll chant Hare Krishna. How many of you will follow? My wife said that I can only speak loudly when I'm angry, Prabhu. So unless you want me to get angry. Hare Krishna. Yeah, that's better. I can see it actually. So, we should chant Hare Krishna? That'll be okay? No. So I'm guilty of not listening to it. They have a copy here? Oh, okay. Yeah, please do. So the only reason we're chanting Hare Krishna is that all of you need to follow, right? If anybody is not following, then we're going to stop. Is that okay? And what Mataji said was not true, actually. So I am just Das, Anudas. So in translation, that means I'm the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. I don't have any position in society, actually. If I have any position, I think it's that I'm serving as the temple president for New Jagannath Puri, and that's it, actually. So saying that, I'll invite all of you all for next week's Snan Yatra. If you want to bathe Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, you're more than welcome to come by. The program will start at about 9:30 in the morning and finish at 11, so please come on time. We are offering everybody the opportunity to buy a kalash for 508 rands to bathe the Lord, actually, yourself, directly. Whether you're a pujari or not a pujari, whether you second initiated or first initiated or not initiated, we have this luxury, actually, like that. Only for next week. And then you would have seen our fundraising target there is just over 500,000, and the target says 1.5 million rand. So just before you leave, please leave the other million and go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, yeah? No cheating. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Jayo Radha Vadanata Radhe, Jayo Radha Vadanata Radhe, Jai Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jai Gora Hari, Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jaya Gora, Jaya Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Jaya Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Anittai Go Haribo, Haribo, Nittai Gora Haribo, Nittai Gora Haribo, Haribo, Shri Radharanath ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki, Nitai Gopramanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So today we're going to speak about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he has a very illustrious life, so it may be difficult to fit everything into one session. So we'll try and do as much justice as I possibly can. And then, according to Alanath Prabhu, he tells me that there's Pushpa Puja for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, which will be after the Arati, actually. So we'll chant some invocation prayers and then chant praise to our spokesmaster, and then we will speak a little bit about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitam Scha. He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopeka Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhuve Evacha Patitanam Bhavinibhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam laiti girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. So thank you for coming to our Sunday Love Feast program. Anyone coming for the very first time? Anyone? Except our Cape Town visitor actually. Anybody coming very first time? No, everybody is very first time. Thank you, welcome. We hope you appreciate and enjoy our program. If you have any questions, I'm sure the devotees will be more than willing to help you. Anybody else? No. There, thank you very much, Mataji, for coming. We really appreciate you taking the time on a Sunday to come to the temple. Most people rather go shopping on Sundays, actually. So all of you have taken the time to come, so we really appreciate it. It's very important. And you can see that you are serious about your spiritual life, actually. So therefore you are sitting in a temple rather than being in some shopping mall, actually. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gopramananda. So how many of you have, well, I'm sure you have seen Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura on the altar, right? Anybody didn't see him? Okay, this is going to be a hard class, right? So you're not going to say anything anyway like it. Even if I say yes or no, you're just going to keep quiet, actually. Is that the case? Or you're going to speak? And let me know that you're still awake and I'm here and you're here. How many of you have seen Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on the altar? How many of you know who Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is? How many of you don't know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is the spiritual master for our Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is the guru of Srila Prabhupada. So remember in Bhagavad Gita we have this thing called Evam Parampara Praptam. This disciplic knowledge is coming down in disciplic succession. So it was Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then our Srila Prabhupada, like it is. So he is the spiritual master of our Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada himself in many of his purports have alluded to the fact that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave him the necessary tools for him to preach Krishna consciousness, actually, like it is. So, like I said, he was the son of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and his mother's name was? Anybody remember? Quiz time. I said just to keep you awake. I know it's hot. You may fall asleep. Anybody remember the name of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mother? Bhagavati Mataji. Yes, actually. So Bhagavati Mataji and Bhaktivinoda Thakur were very. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a magistrate, very learned personality, and he occupied one of the highest posts that an Indian could occupy during the British rule of India, like it is. He was a magistrate. So he had lots and lots of power in his hands, and he was also very, very much educated, like that it is actually. So much so that the British would depend on him in many circumstances to do many services that they themselves didn't want to do when he came to dealing with the Indians, like it is at that point in time. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, after the disappearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you know who Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, right? Anybody who doesn't know, except the new people, actually. Everybody else know him, right? You met him? No? You did? Who met him? 1, 2, that's all, 2 people. There are 3, anyone else? 4, 5, come, don't feel shy. Actually, it'll be good like that. If you pick your hand up like that, it'll increase the blood flow in the body. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality standing on the altar. If you face in the altar, it's on your left-hand side. The personality has his hands raised like this. You know how to do this? You can do it, let's say one time, if you pick your hands up. In South Africa, you should be able to do this. You get hijacked, like that. It's okay, actually. You have to surrender everything to Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 535 years ago, he's teaching everybody how to surrender, like that it is actually. So he came and he propagated the holy names of Krishna throughout Bengal, like that it is. He went through South India, he went to Vrindavan, propagating the holy names of Krishna, teaching people the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, of how to surrender to Krishna, how to worship Radha and Krishna, and to by the holy name, like that it is. But unfortunately, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left the planet, many Aprasampradayas means like people that are teaching the wrong thing. They teaching a version that's not actually the truth, like that it is. They started to propagate different philosophies of what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taught. As a result, like it is described that any decent Bengali person, if you hear the word Vaishnav, would think that there's something wrong with this person because it was distasteful at that point in time. Because the activities of the upper Sampradayas or Vaishnavas at that point in time had become very loose, very abominable. They were committing sinful activities and they were saying that they were devotees, like it is, of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he came and he decided that he wanted to re-establish Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position and teachings, like that it is. So in 1896, the year, you know what's so famous about 1896? Anybody remember? No? Srila Prabhupada appeared, actually. Our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he appeared. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur had written a book on Lord Chaitanya called Life and Precepts of Lord Chaitanya that was distributed to many libraries across the world, like that it is actually. Very interestingly that he wrote this book and that is sent out in that particular year, like that it is. So, anyway, so Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to establish the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and he started to preach very vigorously, like that it is. But unfortunately, he would spend very few hours a day sleeping, just like Srila Prabhupada would actually. He would actually sleep for a few hours and he would do writing, and he wrote many periodicals, many books, many journals, trying to establish the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in his pursuit of trying to establish this, he was praying. He was situated in Jagannath Puri at that point in time as the magistrate, and he was praying that if the Lord would send a ray of Vishnu, send a personality that would be empowered to help him in his mission, then he'll be greatly appreciated. Like it is. And so this personality, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, appeared actually. He appeared on the 6th of February in 1874 at around 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon, like that it is actually. So when he appeared, immediately the astrologers that were invited to come and give his astrology chart, they immediately noticed that he had 32 bodily symptoms of what we call a Mahapurush, a very great personality like that it is. And the astrologers said that this personality will do something extremely wonderful by establishing the absolute reality like that it is actually. So this is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But he wasn't named Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhagavati Mataji named him Bimal Prasad. Now it's very interesting to know that this was in Jagannath Puri, and Jagannath Puri have a system where when the bhoga is offered to Lord Jagannath, immediately after Lord Jagannath takes his bhoga, he takes it and it becomes prasad. That prasad is first given to Bimala Devi actually. Like it is. Bimala Devi is referred to as Yogamaya, or the internal potency of Jagannath, like that it is actually. So this Mahaprasad is given first to her and then given to everybody else. It's not distributed if it's not given to her like that it is actually. So this is the benediction that she has actually. So this internal potency of Bimala Devi, you can see is infused in Bimala Prasad, because he became the internal potency to spread the holy name of Krishna, to establish Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission back in this world like that it is actually. So very, very, it's a little esoteric, but if you look at it carefully, you will see that just as the Mahaprasad is distributed, the holy name is being distributed through Bimal Prasad Prabhu like that it is. So this was his benediction that he had. So they stayed in Puri, and then at 6 months they had Rath Yatra. And at Rath Yatra, Jagannath's chariot came and stopped in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house actually. And it refused to move. So for 3 days apparently it just stayed there like that actually. So imagine we have Rath Yatra, which is coming up at the end of this month, and for 3 days the chariot stay in one place actually. How many of you will stay? I don't think you'll stay. You'll run away home actually, because it'll become too much, right? But the devotees stay. And even in Puri up to today, if the chariot stops for whatever the reason may be, the devotees will stay and just chant until the chariot decides to move again. And Lord Jagannath, he moves by his own potency actually. I can tell you from my humble experience, for those of you that have been to our new Jagannath Puri temple, you would have seen that we have a really nice incline from the plaza coming up to the temple. Anybody saw that? You didn't come. If you didn't come, please come visit us. So when we have Rath Yatra, when we used to have Rath Yatra in Phoenix with a big chariot, we'd get to the bottom of the plaza, we'll stop there for a little while, we'll distribute some prasad, and then we'll go up the hill to get to the temple to finish actually. And I can tell you for free, not many people are pulling the rope actually. People are holding the rope and they're walking, but they're not pulling the rope actually like that. But somehow, mystically, the Lord is going up the hill actually. So this is the potency that the Lord has actually. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants actually. So anyway, so he stopped outside Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. At this time, Bimal Prasad was about 6 months old, like that it is actually. So for 3 days, this chariot is parked there. And then on the third day, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told Bhagavati Mataji, maybe it's a good idea to take Bimal Prasad and get darshan of Lord Jagannath, like that it is. So she took him outside, and then because the chariot was right in front of the house and because he was the magistrate, no one was going to object too much if they placed their child on the chariot. Not like how we complain now, people want to get onto the chariot. It's a little bit of a challenge. So she left Bimal Prasad on the chariot, and Bimal Prasad at 6 months old was so tiny, he reached out to Lord Jagannath with his tiny hands actually, like that it is. And at that point in time, as he was trying to reach out, a garland fell from Lord Jagannath onto himself, indicating again to Bhaktivinoda Thakur that this was the personality that would help him in re-establishing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position actually, like that is. So at the same point in time, they did the grain ceremony. You know what the grain ceremony is, right? many of us wouldn't have had grain ceremony because we weren't following Krishna consciousness. But the younger generation like Kanaya and the rest of the younger devotees, I'm sure you all have, right? You had grain ceremony? Okay, which one you chose? The money or the buck? So what happens is in this grain ceremony, the custom or the system is that we would leave some Mahaprasad, we will leave money, we leave books like the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever the case may be. So with the inclination that the child will try and reach for something that he has some inclination to, and that will determine what the child's future would look like. So the child went for the money, then you become a big business person, which is not a bad thing. So when you become a big business person, please give the money to the temple. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if he goes for the Bhagavatam, then he'll become a big preacher, like it is. So sometimes people, they try and force their children to go for the Bhagavatam instead of going for the money or for the grain or anything like that it is. But in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's case, he left the Bhagavatam to the side, out of the way of the prasad, the grain and the money like that it is actually. And still, Bimal Prasad, he reached over and he embraced the Bhagavatam like that. He left everything else and he went directly to the Bhagavatam, it is said actually. So in this case, you could see once again that the inclination and the indication of his future was that he will become a preacher of the Srimad Bhagavatam like that it is actually. So they stayed, this was at 6 months old, but after another 4 months, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was sent back to Ranagata in Nadia, and he had to move because of his job as a magistrate. So he went there actually, and he was staying there. So in that time, when Bimal Prasad was about 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years old in that range, Bhaktivinoda Thakur one day had brought some mango and come. That was meant to be the offer to his deity called Giridhari, like that it is. But Sri Bimal Prasad, when he saw the mango, he reached for the mango and he took it. And at that time, so how many of you got chastised by your parents for taking things that you're not supposed to take? I won't look at the older people, just the younger people. How many of you? For taking fruit, taking things before it was offered. And they told you nicely. So generally parents are not known for being nice when they want to chastise their children, right? Why are you taking this thing? You're nonsense, you shouldn't take this. It has to be offered to Krishna. But no, Bhaktivinoda Thakur didn't say that actually. Bhaktivinoda Thakur very nicely, very calmly told Bimal Prasad, this fruit has been offered, was bought to be offered to Giridhari, and you know that anything not offered to Giridhari you should not eat actually like that. That's all. He just mildly rebuked him for touching the fruit. He didn't chastise him as such actually like that. But Bimal Prasad at that time, at his young age, he took a vow never to eat mango again. And he never ate his entire life. He never took mango. Even when he was a grown adult like this, if his disciples had mango, they offered mango to Mahaprasad, or they offered to the deities like that, when they brought it to him, he would say, no, I can't take this, I'm an offender, like that. He considered it such a great offense, just that small incident of taking a mango from his father just before it was offered to Krishna, like that. So, when he was 7 years old, Bhaktivinoda Thakur started to construct Bhakti Bhavan in Calcutta. And during the construction of Bhakti Bhavan, he discovered the deity of Kurmadev actually. So Kurmadev is the tortoise incarnation of Krishna, if you've seen this picture anywhere. But Kurmadev is also known to be what we call a liquid ras actually. He's like the lord of liquid like that it is actually. So this deity was found. And liquid also is equated to Bhakti ras. So Bhakti is a ras. And it can be equated to liquid like it is. So this finding of this Kurma deity that represents liquidity in the mode of what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur was going to do, established his position of trying to establish Bhakti Ras like that it is actually. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave him the deity and taught him how to worship the deity. And he started at the age of 7 to worship Kurmadev every day. Even at this time, at the age of 7, he also learned the entire Bhagavad Gita by heart actually. He could recite all the verses and he could also preach from them like that is actually. Now I'm ashamed to say that even at my age I don't know all the verses from Bhagavad Gita. Actually, But this is really a special personality where he can do this actually. So he had perfect memory, and anything he heard, he immediately also just understood it like that. So I'm going to read some of the things that in terms of his achievements, which is quite extensive unfortunately. and hopefully we can get to some of them. And then I'd like to say some of the pastimes that transpired, or maybe I can say them while we're doing this actually, like that. It's fine. So he was trained in mathematics and astrology at the Rama Purusha school, like that it is actually. He studied at the school and he was trained in mathematics and astrology. But even while he was being trained, he never really paid any attention to mathematics and astrology. He was always reading something else actually. He was studying Prema Bhakti Chandrika or Patana by Narottam Das Thakur. But whenever the teachers would get to him and they were saying, "You're not paying attention? What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm reading Patana." "Okay, because you're not paying attention, can you answer this question?" And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur will rattle off the answer, like it is actually. And then he'll tell the teacher that, "No, I can, there's a counter proposal to this question. Should I mention that too?" And the teacher will say, "No, okay, but stop." Because he was so intelligent actually. Even without studying, without making an attempt to study, he was able to have all this information in his head, like it is. So he was awarded the title Siddhanta Saraswati by his tutors actually. So his tutors at that time was Mahesh Chandra Chauramani and Pandit Sundarlal, like that it is. These two personalities were teaching him, and because of his erudite scholarship and because of his ability to grasp and to understand and to retain knowledge, it was so vast, they gave him this title Siddhanta Saraswati actually, like that it is. And even at this time in time, he was starting to attend Bhaktivinoda Thakur's meetings. It was Bhaktivinoda Thakur had set up a weekly meeting called Vishva Vaishnava Raja Sabha, where he would speak on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. And Bimal Prasad would go and he would listen to these classes and he would participate in them, like that it is actually. So I mentioned the fact that he would read Patana and Prema Bhakti Chandrika. During his college years, you know how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had defeated Keshava Kashmir? So he also defeated a scholar named Panchachanya Satya Acharya. This person was a very famous professor of astrological calculations, and there was a debate that was arranged, like that it is. And Bimal Prasad at that time, he defeated this gentleman, like that, just to establish the same line like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that these impersonals or people thinking their knowledge was better was not very good actually, like that. At the age of 11, he invented a type of shorthand called Bicanto, and during this period, he went on a tour of the holy places with Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually. So remember, at the age of 11, he invented shorthand, the type of shorthand called Bicanto, like that it is. At 13, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought beads for him from Jagannath Puri, Tulsi beads, and gave him to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And also with that, he gave him the Nishinga mantra, that would, along with his worship of Kurma Dev. Now this is very important also because he couldn't give him Diksha. So Diksha at that point in time was considered getting a Gayatri mantra, wasn't considered getting Harinam initiation like we do today in ISKCON actually. But he could encourage him to chant. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave him the beads to chant the holy names of Krishna, along with the Nishinga mantra. This Nishinga mantra was meant to remove the obstacles in the path of devotional service. Remember that? That's why we chant Nishinga praise. So both these things, together with the worship of Kurma Dev, was establishing his future in terms of setting him up for what he was going to do and what he will fulfill in terms of what Bhaktivinoda Thakur's expectation was actually. At the age of 16, this is interesting actually, right? He began writing books on astrology and he formed a sabha. It was called a Chira Kumara Sabha, or August Assembly, like that it is actually. This August Assembly was created amongst his friends, and the idea was that they would all become members, and then the membership of the Sabha would mean that they would observe lifelong celibacy. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the only member that was able to maintain that vow was Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur himself actually. Like that it is. So although Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was, according to this is a little bit of word jugglery, so you have to forgive me for mentioning it, but I'm going to mention it anyway. He had learned all 6 branches of Vedic knowledge actually. Shiksha, which is pronunciation; Kalpa is sequence of Vedic sacrifice; Vaikharana, which is grammar, especially the word of, especially use of word roots, inflected words and sentences; Nirukta, meaning of inflected words and sentences; Chandana, recitation of Vedic mantras; Jyotisha, astrological and astronomical calculations, and he was still to study Vaikharana, the grammatical branch of the Vedas. he approached the Pandit, P.T. Dhara Sharma, and he encouraged him to study Siddhanta Komari. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati refused, and he said that his life was to propagate the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like that. In 1895, he left college, and the only reason he left college and didn't finish his studies is because he didn't want to get tied down to material life. Because the progression was very simple. You finish college, you got a job, you earned a mega income, and you work for somebody, and then you got married. Sound familiar? We're also stuck in that same boat, unfortunately. So he didn't want to do that, so he dropped out of college like that it was actually. He published magazines called Jyotivad and Brihaspati and also Surya Siddhanta in 1897. He established what he called a Chaturspati academy where learned person would come to hear his discourses. Once Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj asked him to compose, and he composed what he called Sri Navadip Panchika, in which it is, so you remember we have this Vaishnav calendar, where all the months, lunar fortnights, days, lunar days, stars, everything have names of Krishna or Vishnu like it is. This was done by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura under the orders of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj actually, like that it was actually. And then he was employed by a king of Tirupur from 1895 to 1905, and then in 1905 he gave that up actually, like that it is. From 1885, he was receiving special training in printing and editing by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And in 1898, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house, he was learning how to do all this printing. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur had built a house in Gujamadip. It was called Ananda Sukhada Kunj, actually, like it is. And in 1900, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted him to take initiation. So remember, at this point in time, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, or Bimal Prasad, was known, or is known as Siddhanta Saraswati, was known for his erudite scholarship. And many, many people, pseudo people, cheaters, upper sampradayas, everybody wanted to give him initiation actually like that. Why? Because he'll bring much glory to their mat or to their organization like that because of his vast knowledge and because of his ability as a leader like that it is actually. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him that he should take initiation from Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj actually. So Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he had come from Vrindavan, and then he was staying in Navadvip. And although he didn't have much, he just had simple cloth on and a chada, and he was going around chanting the holy names of Krishna. It is said that he was actually illiterate to some degree or the other, like that it is, so he didn't know anything. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur told Bimal Prasad, if you don't take initiation from him, then don't come back home. Better to give up your life, actually. So, Bimal Prasad or Siddhanta Saraswati, he went and he begged Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj to give him initiation. And Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, I can't give you initiation, because I'm illiterate. And you're a great scholar like that. It just doesn't make any sense, actually. So then Bhaktisiddhanta was saying, it doesn't matter, End of the day, my scholarship is nothing compared to your devotion like that. So please, I'm humbly begging. My father sent me and I'm asking you to give me initiation. So then eventually Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, okay, I will ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after a week, Siddhanta Saraswati went back and he said, so what is the answer? He said, no, I forgot to ask him actually. So he went back after another week. Do you have an answer for me? No, I forgot to ask him again actually. So the third time, the same thing happened actually. That he went like this. And this time he was a little bit upset, because he felt that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was just not giving him the answer that he wanted. And then he told him that if you don't, I will go jump into the river like that and kill myself actually. Like that it is. So when he said that, Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj could see that he was really serious and sincere about what he was saying. Then he told him, okay, go take a bath and come back and I'll give you initiation. And so he gave him initiation at that point in time actually, like it is. So when he had taken initiation, his name became Sri Varshbani Devi Dayataya actually. Like it. You'll find when we chanting Pushpa prayers just now, we have this long mantra for Srila Bhakti. So long pranam mantra for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So his full name became Sri Varshbani Devi Dayataya, like that it is actually. It's a long name, but it's a very apt name for him because Rishi Vashabhanu is Shri means opulent, Vashabhanu means the daughter of Vashabhanu, like that it is. Devi Dayata means mercy that was being prepared, or the servant of Vrishabhanu's daughter, who is Shrimati Radharani, like that it is actually. Anyway, so coming back. So at this point in time, he went in, once he had gotten initiated, he was traveling with Bhaktivinoda Thakur to different places. And at one point in time, they were traveling in Jagannath Puri, and they were near the samadhi of Haridas Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to build a small bhajan kuti there for himself. And they were staying there, and then one of the personalities that was his name was Radha Raman Achana Das Babaji. He liked the discourse of the Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but he had a little bit concoction in this, like it is, so he wanted to have some different mantra. So his mantra, his idea was that this holy name of Krishna should only be chanted in japa, shouldn't be chanted out loudly. And he was objecting to that. So, and then he had another mantra called, what was that? Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, like that. He wanted to chant that mantra loudly, and the Hare Krishna mantra inaudibly, or just softly on beads, like that it is. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur got involved in the heated argument with him, and people were split about who were right and who was wrong, like that it is actually. So some people were siding with Radha Rama Achana Das Babaji Maharaj, and then the other people were siding with Bhaktisiddhanta. And it became really, a heated debate that you couldn't find any solution for, like that it is. So at that point in time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him that he should go to and stay at Yoga Pit. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur went there and he took a vow to chant 1 billion names of Krishna, like that it is actually. So, how many of you chanting 16 rounds now? Those of you not, you have to get there, right? Make it a vow. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was chanting. Srila Prabhupada once mentioned to his disciples that they should chant 64 rounds a day. Now, for those of you chanting 16 rounds, it will take 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on how fast or how slow you chant, like that it is. So imagine chanting 64 rounds. How long that will take? 8 hours minimum? 10 hours a day? Anybody have 10 hours to chant Hare Krishna? We don't. So they told Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said, okay, 64 can't do, no problem, 32. And then they said, no, impossible, can't do that too. And then Prabhupada said 16 rounds minimum, actually, like that it is. But again, coming back to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was chanting 192 rounds a day. 300,000 names of Krishna every single day. It took him 9 years plus to chant 1 billion names of Krishna, actually. And during this time, he was living in a hut. And in the hut, he would just sit and chant. He wouldn't do anything else, actually. He would take grain that was dried by the sun, he left on the floor, and then he'd eat it off the floor, like that it is. He would sleep on the hard floor, actually, like that it is. Extremely, extremely renounced personality, like that it is, actually. Now imagine, he was preparing himself for this journey like that, because at some point in time he understood that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj would leave the planet, actually, which they did. So from 1905, 9 years take you to what year? No mathematicians are here. 1914, actually. And in 1914, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur left the planet, like that it is, actually. And then in 1915, Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj left the planet, actually. And even at that point in time, there was a very nice sentiment that was displayed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He wasn't there when Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj had left his body. And Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj had actually mentioned to some people that when I die, please drag my body through the streets of Navadvip and throw me in the Ganga, like that it is, actually. So some people were thinking that they should do that. And many people at that point in time were wanting to lay claim to establish the Samadhi for Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And again, for the same mentality, if they established the Samadhi of Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, then they would become famous because of his renunciation, because of his own fame. They would become famous, actually. They now were putting into Samadhi a great personality, and people will come to take darshan of that personality, and obviously they would benefit from this interaction like that it is actually. But anyway, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came to Kolkata at that point in time, and then he told them that they're not allowed to touch Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj actually. So there was a big argument because everybody wanted one portion of this fame, if you want to call it. And the police at that time, the chief or the inspector of the police at that time, he had also come because he was anticipating that there's going to be some strife here, so he came actually. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him, well, actually one argument that was used by one of the pseudo caste Brahmins at that point in time, that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur couldn't put Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj into Samadhi because he wasn't sannyas actually, like that it is. He was still dressed in the garments of a householder, like that it is actually. So he couldn't do it actually, like that it is. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him, I am the only initiated disciple of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and I am the only person here that I think that has been celibate my entire life. He said, if any one of you has had any illicit connection with a woman in the last year, in the last 6 months, in the last 3 months, in the last 1 month, in the last week, in the last 3 days, if you can come forward, if you haven't done that, actually, get it is. So the police inspector asked him, like, how are you gonna take this actually? How you'll prove this? If somebody says they didn't have any illicit connection with a woman, how would you prove it? He said, no, I'll take them at the word. But if they touch Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and if they had illicit connection, then they will suffer the consequences actually, like that it is. So immediately, many of these Babajis and Upper Sampradaya people, they started to go away like that it is actually. And they all left, and it was only Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur that was there. So he carried Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and he put him into Samadhi like that it is actually. So when that question came up about dragging the body of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj through the streets, he said, this is out of the humility of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj that he wanted, that he made this statement actually. But he said, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed, when Haridas Thakur had left the planet, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally carried Haridas Thakur, bathed, danced, and put his body into Samadhi actually. So he said, we should give the same kind of honor to our spiritual master actually. And that's what he did actually, like that. So this is very interesting that he carried out such a wonderful thing. And then from there, he had this mood. He was thinking that people were coming to him for initiation, to take shelter of him, and he didn't, he wasn't a sannyasi. And although he was taking people on as like disciples, he was still thinking, what should he do actually? Because after missing Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who was his ever well-wisher, and his father, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who was his spiritual mentor and spiritual master, he was a little lost actually, like that it is. And then one day in his dream, he dreamt that Yogapiti could see this, the Panchatattva were coming. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming. In his dream, he can see them coming from the eastern side. And with them, he could see Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj were with them. And they told him, you don't have to worry about anything, Because whatever you want to do, whatever preaching activities you have, or whatever you want to achieve, we will facilitate all these things. You just go ahead and do whatever needs to be done, like that it is actually. And so when he woke up, he decided that he will take sannyas, actually, like that it is. So at this point in time, he got to the stage where, remember, when he was traveling with Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he traveled to many, many places, including visiting the Ramanuja Sampradaya in South India, like that it is. And there he had made notes of how the Ramanuja Sampradaya would actually do their rituals, they would observe the sannyas. And at that time, they were probably the most erudite scholars in terms of sannyas, like that it was, giving sannyas actually. So he had made notes of all these things, and when he came back, he used those notes. He put a picture of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj in front of him, and then he had taken sannyas. Now this is not a usual way to take sannyas actually, like that it is. But what to do? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj couldn't give him sannyas because he is no longer on the planet. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was the only disciple, and there was no qualified personalities at that time to give him sannyas actually, like that. So therefore he took sannyas from the picture of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And then this name, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, was taken actually at that point in time actually. So his mission was the same as in his father's mission, to propagate the message of Krishna consciousness. And he did that diligently and as strongly as he possibly could actually. I see I'm going to run out of time, Alnath Prabhu, so I wanted to read something, but before I forget, actually. And he did that as strongly as he possibly could, actually, like that. So, at one time, while he was doing parikram in Navadvip, he was attacked by some gundas, actually, like that. The Khas Brahmins and Jata Goswamis, they decided they want to get rid of him and actually kill him. And they threw stones and boulders and so many things, actually, and they caused many damages to the devotees, in terms of gashes and injuries and things like that, actually. And this was taken to the police, and the police charged these people, and eventually it was published in all the local newspapers. But the good thing was that the Gaudiya Math, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's Gaudiya Math, was getting the prominence because of these attacks, and people were condemning all these caste Brahmins and Jata Goswamis, like that it is, actually. So in this way, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, when he was asked if he wanted to press charges, he said no. He said, I don't want to, actually, like that it is. And he didn't, actually. Because he was getting this wonderful coverage from the press, like that it is, at that point in time. So I just want to read two things, and then I'll stop because I think I'm really out of time. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was very austere, very rigid and strict, actually. But when he came to preaching, he was ready to spend any amount of money and do anything. He says when he was preaching, he had a limousine, actually, like that, back in 1930, when nobody even had that, actually, like that it is. And then he would dress as a sannyasi, but sometimes when he had to deal with people like the upper class or the aristocratic class, he would wear double-breasted coats, stockings and shoes, actually. For receiving special guests, he had fine furniture. Thus referring to the elite, he said, we are preaching by approaching the people of the world dressed even somewhat better than they are, showing knowledge even somewhat greater than theirs, being even somewhat more stylish than they, without which they would think us worthless and not listen to our message of Hari Katha. I have to go to various places for propagating Hari Katha, so I must present myself as a learned and decent gentleman. Otherwise, non-devotees will not give me their time. And then his last message that he had mentioned to his disciples, just before he left the planet. He left the planet on the 31st of December, this was actually, like that it is. And he spoke to his disciples at that point in time. So on the 23rd of December, this was the instruction he gave to everybody gathered at his bedside. He said, I have upset many persons' mind. Many might have considered me their enemy because I was obliged to speak the plain truth of services and devotion towards the absolute Godhead. I have given them all those troubles only so they might turn their faces towards the personality of Godhead, without any desire for gain and with unalloyed devotion. Surely someday they will be able to understand that. I advise all to preach the teachings of Rupa Raghunath, two of the 6 Goswamis, direct disciples of Lord Chaitanya, with all energy and resources. Our ultimate goal shall be to become the dust of the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Raghunath Goswamis. You should all work conjointly under the guidance of your spiritual master with a view to serve the absolute knowledge, the personality of Godhead. You should live somehow or the other without any quarrel in this mortal world, only for the service of Godhead. Do not please give up the service of Godhead in spite of all dangers, all criticisms and all discomforts. Do not be disappointed, for most people in the world do not serve the personality of Godhead. Do not give up your own service, which is your everything and all. Neither reject the process of chanting and hearing of the transcendental holy name of Godhead. You should always chant the transcendental name of Godhead with patience and forbearance like a tree and humbleness like a straw. There are many amongst you who are well qualified and able workers. We have no other desire whatsoever. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki, Nitai Gopramanande. Anybody has any comments, questions, any suggestions? Before the curtains open. Or even after the curtains open, I'm not sure. Mataji will tell me what I have to do.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhanu Prabhu, for a very inspiring class. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Giri Govardhan ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai. Thank you, Prabhu, for the very inspiring class. And your humility is very inspiring. As Prabhu said, we should all remember that we are the servant of the servant of the servant. And another point that Prabhu mentioned is that next week Sunday is the Snan Yatra at New Jagannath Puri Temple. with all the excitement and the preparations that are underway for Rath Yatra, we should all not miss this opportunity of bathing Lord Jagannath, Lord Baladev, and Subhadra Maharani. So I think on behalf of Prabhanu Prabhu and his Mataji, they are welcoming everyone to please come through and take part in the Snan Yatra. I just have a few announcements. There are children's courses available at Shri Shri Radha Radhanath, and registration is open at the moment. Children between the ages of 6 to 14 years can go through and register at the college room. So please do encourage your children to take part for these courses. Today's Sunday Love Feast was prepared by Durban Central Namahasha and their wonderful devotees and well-wishers. So a huge round of applause to them. A gentle reminder that Wednesday, the 6th of March, is Ekadasi, and we abstain from all grains on that day. The 8th of March, which is Friday, is Mahashivratri. There is an evening program by His Grace Ananda Maya Krishna Das. It will be an audio-visual presentation on the glories of Lord Shiva. So please try to attend this program on Friday. Also, with all the preparations for Rath Yatra, there are devotees that will be assisting at the Prasadam tent. They are there to help and guide you all to take part in the services that are available for Rath Yatra. There is plenty of opportunities for you all to assist for the Rath Yatra that is at the end of this month. Everyone is very excited, and there's so much of assistance that we will need for Rath Yatra. And each and every one of us has a talent. So if you all feel that maybe you all can't play mridanga, or you all can't sing, or you all can't do something, every one of us can do something. Each and every one of us has a talent, and we should take this talent and use it in pleasing Lord Krishna. So please take this opportunity in partaking in something for the Rath Yatra Festival of Chariots. Also, at the end of our Aarti ceremony, we will all be given the opportunity to offer flower petals to the frame that's at the back for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur. At the back, it's there. So after the Aarti ceremony, we all will be given the opportunity to offer flower petals. Please offer your flower petals before your leave for Prasad. Thank you once again for attending today's Sunday Love Feast program, and we look forward to seeing everybody next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. After the Artik ceremony, we will be doing Pushpa Puja for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and we'll be chanting some mantras. So it's not that you'll just offer your flowers and walk out. That would be disrespectful. We'll offer the flowers until the puja is finished, and then we can leave the temple. There will be Guru Puja offered in the end as well. And anyway, Prasadam is at 1:30 today. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Iti Namine. Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Prajarine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा Everybody please sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya. Govind Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya.
Hare Krishna.
Govind Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, please clap your hands. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा. जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा. जय सुभद्रा. जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा. जय सुभद्रा. जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा. जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम राम जय राधा रघुनाथ राधा रघुनाथ राधे जय राधा रघुनाथ राधा रघुनाथ राधे जय गिरि गोवर्धन गिरि गोवर्धन जय गिरि गोवर्धन जय गोरा हरि गोरा हरि जय गोरा हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद Everybody please put your hands in the air. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Jai Gurudev Netai Gora Haribol, 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 Netai Gor Haribol.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagachari Astatara Sata Shishimad Abhai Charanaravinda Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagachari Astatara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur Maharaj ki. Ananta Gauri Vaishnavinda ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem Sakaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan ki. Vrindavan Dham ki. Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki. Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Ganga Maya Jamuna Maya ki. Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi ki. The Lordship Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki. Lordship Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. The Lordship Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Hari ki. Harinam Sankirtan ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please turn around to face the Vyasasana on which Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is. Also want to thank Aarti Mataji for a very proficient announcing. Thank you so much. All the Matajis can be on this side on my left. And Prabhu is on this side. Come closer. So you'll be getting some flowers. It will be handed to you. Don't help yourself. Mother Prabhavati will give it to you. Or somebody will help her to do that. Because we don't want to run out of the flowers. Prabhavati Mataji, you give it to them. You portion your flowers into 3 parts. And you'll hold on to those 3 parts. We're going to be reciting the Mangala Charana prayers, which you'll then respond to as I recite it. Then, when you hear me say the words Esha Pushpanjali, then you will throw 1/3, or you'll offer 1/3 of your flowers. Hare Krishna, there's some noise going on in the back, sorry about that. Jai, let us focus on Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So, Prabhu, you can come closer on the side. After this Pushpanjali, or the Pushpa Puja, the offering of the flowers is the Pushpanjali, and this is the Pushpa Puja. Then we will be doing the Artik. So, may I ask Mataji to please come away from that table? Priyadarshan, come here in the front. Alright, so the Artik table is there, and we'll do the Artik after that. Prabhanu Prabhu will offer that. So please repeat responsively after me. Who's making the noise? Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamala Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Purijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigraha Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Shakshad Varagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambhode Padambojaya Te Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdesta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhoma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namna Gaura Twise Namaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Marmar Mandamater Gati Mat Sarvasva Padambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpradrumadha Srimad Ratnangara Shimhashanasto Shri Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestalebhir Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasa Rambhi Vamsivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venuswanair Gopi Gopinataha Shriyastunaha Tapta Kanchana Gauranghi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati iti namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Esha Pushpanjali Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Ki Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati iti namine Shivashabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigraya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Pasidanta Dvantaharine Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati iti namine Shri Bharshavanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostude Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki. Shri Guru Parampara ki. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. So we'll ask you all to, after you offer your flowers, then you can step back and Prabhanu Prabhu will offer the artik. Please stay for that. Kadeya. Guru Puja. Please just bring those kartals forward and some kartal players come.
Jaya Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Jaya Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Jaya Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Vakati Sadma. Bandhu moye savadana mate. Bandhu moye savadana mate. Yahara prasade vai e bhavatori aja. साजा कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होइते गुरुमुखा पद्मा वाक्या चिते कोरिया क्या आराना कोरी हो माने आशा आराना कोरी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति ये प्रसाद पूर्णे सर्वा आशा ये प्रसाद पूर्णे सर्वा आशा चक्षुदान दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते जाते वेद गाय हर चरितो वेद गाय हर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनारा बंदो जनारा बंद श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनारा बंदो आधम जनारा बंद लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कोरा दोया देहो मोरे पादाचया हा हा प्रभु कोरा दोया देहो मोरे पादाचया एबे आज को शुक त्रिभुवाना एबे आज को शुक त्रिभुवाना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पति तपवाना श्रीला गुरुदेव लोइलो शराना जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर जय भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद 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 Nittai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gora Hari Bol. Nittai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ke. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Avir Bhav ke. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukam Nishimam Vishnam Bhadram Mrityo Mrityo Namamyoham Namaste Narasingaya Praladadayine Hiranyakashipu Vakshahaya Shilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nishingho Parato Nishimho Yato Yato Yamitato Nishimhaya Yato Yato Yamitato Nishimhaya Bohi Nishimho Ridaye Nishinghai Bohi Nishimho Ridaye Nishinghai No Shingamadim Sharanam Prapade Evil Narishingamadim Sharanam Prapade Narishingamadim Sharanam Prapade Tabukara Kamalovare Nakam Adbhuta Shingam Dolita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nishingadev Jai Nishingadev Jai Nishingadev Nishingadev Nrsingadev, Jai Nrsingadev, Nrsingadev. Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Nrsingadev Bhagavan ke, Bhakta Shresth Prahlad Maharaj ke, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Nrsimha Guru ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Nam Sankirtan ke, Shri Shri Radha Radhanad ke, Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Hari ke, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.